All right, so I had taken the day off today to do something I haven't done in about 6 years, and that is get on my bike, jump on the Erie Canal, and just ride. Ride as far as I can go, as far as my range can, with the ability to get back. Just barely. Last time I did this, it was right before one of our pre-Cana meetings, right before we were getting married, and I rode, I don't know, 6 hours. It was some crazy amount of mileage. I think it's like 40 miles. Round trip, maybe one way, I don't remember, but it was very, very far. I can actually look up the map here. So yeah, that's how far it was. Anyways, I'm going to try to recreate this again, this time though using that right there, that e-bike. I've got 2 batteries. Technically they should go about 40-45 miles a piece, so I should be able to deplete one all the way through and then come back with the other battery. I've got pack in there for, everything planned. Medical kit, tools, basically anything but a flat. If that happens, I'm going to be screwed. So I got super excited. The other day I was looking at the weather. We were totally good. And then, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's wet. In fact, it's been raining all morning. It's a little bit past 10 right now, and it finally stopped raining. So I decided I'm going to take my chance, get a poncho, bring a raincoat, bring some stuff to cover up the electronics in case it does get rainy, because there's very few spots on where I'm going to actually hide under a bridge or somewhere where it's going to be dry. So if I got to keep going, I don't want the electronics to get screwed up. I'm going to be on a gravel dirt path pretty much the entire time, and we're going to see how far I can go. So let's do this. All right, so I just made it on the canal path. You can see it right over there. That's the entrance to it. So we're gonna get some riding in and see. I got my map app all running, so we'll be able to see how long I've ran. The time won't really be accurate just because I'm gonna be filming this, so I'm gonna be stopping and doing stuff like that. But the distance is what I'm really looking to see, is see how far we actually go to wherever we end up and back. So this is something that's interesting. There is, what? I think there used to be a house there. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there used to be a house there. Oh no, it's coming up. It's coming up. So yeah, there's this random house there. It's on the canal. Like, the canal's wider for a car. I've never understood why it's here. And there's like, look, there's a barn there too. And like a little shed. And it looks like they're used. Like, look at that little shed. I think that's really interesting. Like, it must have been pre-existing or been on the canal forever, and then they just let them keep it. I don't know. But we're about to hit where the pavement stops here in a minute. Oh, and there's a train coming. Let's see if I can get this on the GoPro. And we're about to run out of pavement. Oh no, hold on. Look at the train. It's really loud. It's going really slow too. I think it's stopping. Oh, whoa. So part of this trip was going to be riding the bike, getting to see how far I can go. The other part was going to be just taking some really cool pictures, because I got this new camera for vlogging and taking pictures, and I haven't had a really good opportunity to do it yet as far as use it to its full potential. So this might be a really cool chance to use it. You can see the train stopped, and we're past the town now, so there's nobody coming. All right, so I was able to get a couple pictures, not as many as I wanted to, and honestly the vantage point is pretty bad because of the plants. Well, that one was pretty good. The train's been going back and forth, which is really interesting. I don't know what it's doing, and now it's going backwards. So I've stand here for about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, just taking some pictures, and now it's going completely in reverse. So I'm gonna move up a little bit more and see if I can find a better vantage point to get some pictures. There's a bridge up there. Maybe I can use the bridge. This bridge looks a little too steep. Well, since it's going the same way I am, maybe I'll find another place to take some pictures of it. The graffiti on it's pretty cool. I saw a wall with graffiti over by another bridge closer to town that I want to stop back on the way back and get some pictures of. But right now, we're kind of out in the open. I had one couple pass me, and I'm actually even surprised about that, to be honest. I will say this bike loaded up with all the stuff on the back, the camera gear, all the extra stuff I need for if there's an accident or if I need some tools or just food and water. This is heavy. I don't know how heavy this bike is more, as far as extra, that is, but it is heavy. So I stopped here. There's this cute little, I don't know if you can see it over there, waterfall that I'm gonna get some, wow, is that another train or is it still going backwards? Waterfall that I wanna get some pictures of, but I also saw something in the water down there. I know you can't see it with this camera, but maybe the other camera I'll be able to see. I don't know. I don't know if I have a UV filter or not, but it looked like a turtle or a giant fish or something. I don't know. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. Might not be able to. Oh man, can you hear that? Big old horn. I think that's the third train to seen so far. I wonder when this canal path actually stops from being along with the train tracks. If it gets closer, I want to get a good video of it. That'd be pretty cool to get a video of a train up close. I actually had to stop because I put the GoPro up on front and I wanted to get a nice, good, video, and I had to put it on here, but it's all crooked, so I had to auto level it. It took me a while to remember what the settings were for that. Hopefully this wind muff is doing something, because I'm going 13 miles an hour right now. And another two people passed me. I'm really surprised about how many people are out here this far, especially coming from where I was coming from, because they have to have left west and started east. So I'm curious to see if I see any of these people turn around.
The guy I saw earlier who passed me, I stopped, looked down, looked up, and he was gone, which is crazy because like he wasn't going that fast. He maybe was going 7 or 8 miles an hour. He was mostly just pedaling really quick, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared. It was the weirdest thing, and I still don't see him. I'm seeing if I see him like in the ditch or somewhere, but you probably can't see it with the GoPro, but there's 2 people up ahead of me pretty far up too that passed me a little bit ago. Trying to space myself out from kind of everybody. I know we'll go by a lock at some point too. And then there's a park, which is the furthest I've ever made it on a regular bike. I'm hoping because I'm on an e-bike, I can make it that far at least, because I know I'm stopping and taking pictures and things like that, but also maybe double it. I want to go a full 40 miles. Not basing it on time, because obviously I'm stopping and finding things and taking pictures and just, you know, kind of just genuinely having a good time. Like I said, I think it's been 6 years since I've done something like this, where I've just jumped on the bike and gone all by myself. Not that I don't have fun with the kids, or, a little bench, or with Becky, but in fact, when I dropped the kids off today, Owen said, because it was raining, and I said, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go on a bike ride today. He said, don't go on a bike ride, I wanna go with you. So I know he likes the bike rides, I know he wants to go on them, but at the same time, it's boring for them because they're just sitting behind me, being able to see my back, and then like literally what's on the side of me. So, and then they fall asleep, which I get. Lots of e-bikes out this far, makes sense. Because honestly, biking's easy, but the hard part is knowing when to stop and turn around so you have enough energy to get back home. A lot of times you'll ride all the way to where you want to go or as far as you can, and you turn around and you're like, ugh. And then for some reason, I don't know why, it always seems like the wind is in the opposite direction you are. Like, why is that always a thing? Oh, power grid over here on the left. I don't know, can I adjust this camera? Yeah, I don't know if you can see it over there on the left. The mirror's in the way. Right now this camera's mounted on my handlebars, so there's a limited amount of stuff I can do with it, but. So anyways, this is fun for me because honestly, I don't have to worry about conversation. I mean, obviously other than me talking to this camera right now, but I don't have to think. I just have to look for nice things like those purple flowers to the left. You know, maybe I want to stop and take a picture of that. Or maybe I want to take a picture of all these power lines going to, geez, from this grid. I don't know, you know? Last time I was out here, I saw a lot of people fishing. And then I also saw a lot of animals. Like I saw a snapping turtle the size of like a basketball. It was huge. Oh, here's the camp. Here's a camp. I don't know if you can see it through the bushes or not. They'll probably get a better view here in a minute. Oh wow, there's like a cool, there's a pool, there's like a old McDonald's play place set up in the outside. That's kind of cool. Oh geez. I don't know if you can see that or not. Very cool. We actually have people coming in from out of town. I don't know when they're coming out of town, a couple weeks, and they're bringing a fairly large trailer and they're gonna come out here and park it out here. And I think we're coming up to the boat docks too. Unfortunately, this is about as nice as the path gets right here without rocks in it. Just kind of crushed gravel. Yeah. My goal is to not get a flat tire. Now I'll rewind back and say this again if it does happen. because if I get a flat, I'm very screwed. All right. So there you can see through the bushes here, oops, somebody knocked down that thing, where a lot of these boats go and they get parked overnight. So the boats that do the tours on the canal, and then some people who like have houseboats and go down and park them in town. There you go, that's a better view. Mid-lake something or other. But yeah, that's where they park. And then you can see them come through. Now they don't have to go through any locks going this way into town, but if they go the other way, I do believe they have to go through a lock or two. If I'm correct, I wanna say this bridge is my last rain salvation, Canandaigua Road. Huh. Oh, pavement. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off for a little bit and save some battery. All right, so we are coming back up to Civilization, the next town. Not called Civilization, just, you know, people. So I do expect to start seeing walkers again for a little bit. Real people, not zombies, and more bikes, just for a little bit. It's a pretty small town. I think we came here once to get family photos done. And wedding photos? Or engagement photos. There's a couple good spots. And a family friend out here. Ooh, mud. But I'm running this thing in eco right now. And I know I'm just chatting at this point, but I'm chatting just to, you know, I don't know, give you something to listen to other than just wind and bike path, because it's literally a straight path as far as I can see. So, this camera keeps turning. There we go. All right. So I've been running this thing in eco level 2 assist this entire time. I've been on the throttle a couple of times. I typically use the throttle when I'm getting on, just so I don't have to do that initial push. You can just use the throttle for that. And because this is actually a lot heavier than I normally ride with all the stuff on the back, probably have, I don't know, 100 pounds worth of, oh, gross, stuff. It's a little bit harder to get it started. Certainly harder to put it down, especially in the grass. It's been, there's been a couple times it tipped over. There was one time some stuff fell out of the camera bag because it wasn't zipped. Oh boy, where'd it go? These things are like trying to find a sweet spot. Almost tipped there. Felt the back end slide out. But I think we're averaging, I mean, we're tracking it on the app right now, so I probably will be able to tell, but it's actually, it's hard to tell because we've been stopping so much, so frequently. Oh, we're coming up to the lock, I think. Man, everything is, like I said, it's been 6 years since I've done this, and everything is a lot closer than what I remember it being. Probably because I'm on an e-bike and I'm not dying of, you know, exhaustion. Oh, man. I don't know if the camera felt that, but I did. So what I might do, oh geez. What I might do is I might stop here at the lock here and just kind of look around, take some pictures. I know we'll go by a couple older locks, and then because the Erie Canal used to be like more, what would it be, north, I think. And then they moved it kind of south a bit. There's a lot of like old locks that are just like in the middle of nowhere. They're just in the middle of like grass and bridges that like they just don't use anymore because there's no point. All right, so I forgot to turn on my microphone, so none of this is actually have any audio, so I'm voicing over this part. But as you can see, I have my camera grip, my 360 camera, and the extension pole for that sitting on the back of my bike, and the reason for that is I forgot to put it in my bag. Now, I think I had this out probably by where the train was, and I totally forgot to put that in. So I got so lucky by not losing it, because obviously the grips would be nothing, but losing the camera would have been huge, and I'm sure I wouldn't have found it if I went back. So here's some pictures I took. So I forgot to take my camera off Hyperloop, or, time lapse, but I was able to stop and I found a map that shows where I'm at and how far I need to go still. So obviously this is where we are now, and over here is essentially where I originally wanted to go. That might have been a little ambitious, but this is it laid out, the original route laid out on, I think this was Google Maps. Yeah, Google Maps. All right, so this is an unforeseen predicament because it would appear that the trail is closed. So I'm not exactly sure what to do here. To go on the road, I really don't want to do. Oh, there's a detour sign. All right. For the sake of me getting hit by a car, I'm going to let this camera roll. Alright, so I don't really know what's going on here. There was a weird detour. This is as far as I've come, this Palmac Aqueduct Park. We must be doing some kind of construction over here. I forgot this isn't on. They must have been doing some kind of construction over here. I'm not really sure. So there's a bridge I want to take a picture of. I might go see if the aqueducts are open, and then we'll keep going. I mean, it's pretty cool. Let's see if we can get some slow-mo of this. All right, we got those shots, so now on to the next place and find a bathroom. All right, I have no idea where I am. There's a little bunny in front of me. The path, the canal path just turned into this. I don't even understand where I'm at. I think there's parts of the canal path that aren't even like gravel. I was not expecting this. All right, just to get through this, I don't know if you can hear me. Let me get closer to the mic. I'm gonna just kind of ride through this real quick because it is bumpy. Whoa, jeez. In any case, triple checked everything was packed. I was gonna get some shots of the bike driving by, but honestly, I just kind of want to get through this. Oh man, sticks are my enemy on this. All right. All right, I am definitely off the beaten path here. And there's bugs. So, I almost just dumped the bike because I didn't realize how slippery this was. So, I need to get out of here. Like, now. And remember, not use my front brake as much. There's a lot of sticks out here, which is concerning for flats. I think there's water on both sides of me. All right, I think we're coming up to something. Road, a crossing, hopefully a path. Huh. Oh, cool. I went the wrong way. That, if you can see, is bike path. All right, now that I'm mic'd back up again, it turns out that I went the wrong way and went through what can only be described as side road. I don't know, a walking trail? I don't really know. But in any case, I definitely didn't go the right way because when I came out, I saw the right way. I thought it was weird that there was no gravel path or anything. Hopefully I didn't get any ticks or leeches or anything like that. I have no idea where I am right now. Where is the path? Back over here? Maybe it's back over here. That's confusing as all hell. All right. I figured it out. So we're back on the left-hand side of the canal is what it is. We went over to the right for a little bit, and then they crossed back over again. But there's not a defined like area to go, which was weird. So, I don't know. I should probably check to see what time it is. You know what? I'm gonna make up some time. There's nobody around. I've got 4 bars out of 5. I can make up some time. As long as I don't dump it. All right, so it looks like I'm coming up the Route 21. Honestly, don't know where I am at this point. Oh, puddle. Whoa! That was bad. Shouldn't have ran through that one. Oh man, there's a bunch of them. All right, I'm on standard now. I'm on 3. Just to, holy moly. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh my goodness. Oh. Good thing I got fenders, holy moly. All right, so the good news is on the way back, I should know how to get back. because I sure didn't know how to get out here. Again, I'm kind of surprised I'm seeing all these people, but I keep passing by parks, and I'm thinking that's where people are starting to jump on. So I have no idea where we are, or I don't know when it is. Oh, really big mud puddle. All right, because I've got time and because there's a very good chance I'm gonna dump in this, this is what I've been riding through the last, I don't know, half a mile. Look at this. Look at this. Every 20 feet, there's this. Like, what the heck? It's deep too. So I'm probably gonna dump at some point. I almost dumped earlier, but I'm gonna try not to. All right. Looks like we're back on, oh, bumpies. All right. Looks like we're back on a regular trail. It's interesting, there's like sections of the path now that are paved. And then there's sections that aren't. Like this is a paved part for no reason. And then dirt. I'm wondering if the reason for that is that those were the spots, because they're kind of slumpy, that they flooded more. Because flooding out here is crazy. There's also a lot of like little dirt trails. If you had more of like an off-road e-bike or an off-road bike, it would be pretty cool to ride. But I passed the map back there and I didn't get a chance to look at it. I was gonna stop, but by the time I figured out that there was a map, oh boy, I'd flown by it because I've been cruising to try to catch up on time. So I don't actually know where we're at the exact moment. Geez, nobody needs a bell. They can just hear my brakes. So I know there's a couple of people up ahead of me that passed me. They actually got on their bikes after I passed them when I got lost the second time, when it ended at a park and it just had to like get on the road again. And there's a bridge, it's only for people and bikes, but it wasn't clearly stated, and it was definitely used to be a car bridge. Oh boy. So I'd love to know where I'm at right now. I know this camera's almost out of batteries, and I want to have some battery left to record the ride home, although admittedly I don't plan on recording much on the way home, more taking pictures of the stuff that I saw that I wanted to stop and take pictures of, and didn't. Oh boy. Oh, good pavement. So admittedly I am using the motor a little bit more through this stuff. I believe the weather's going to hold out, which is nice. Anywhere where you see grass like this on the path, I think it's getting a lot of water. Probably why it can grow grass in the middle. Let's see. Oh boy. I don't know if you can see this giant mud puddle. There we go. I have not been checking my mirrors behind me, but I really haven't seen too many people out this way. And I'm thinking it's probably because these paths are so bad. Like, I'm seriously thinking I'm gonna dump this at some point. I've almost come close, or I've come close, I don't know, twice, 3 times? One of which I was like, I'm going down. Oh, this was the wrong side. Holy moly. Definitely gonna need to clean the bike after this. Huh. Oh yeah, this is like a little gully-like area. I'm sure that's the reason why these are paved. Because it probably was like impassable. I've remembered to check my bag. I don't think I've lost anything on this trip. I've done that thing where I overpacked and packed for pretty much everything, and except for putting the GoPro on my head. I should have done that. I forgot the clip. It's in the car. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But if I only forgot that, I'm doing pretty well. Oh boy. what I should do is take these audio from this and make like, I don't know, like a compilation of all the crazy noises I've been making while going through some of the really, really deep mud. I know I didn't have the camera on for a lot of it. I probably could just record it on the mic right here. I think there's a way to do that. But man, some of these, they're scary. What's really scary is I've tempted fate once by going through it, but I have to tempt fate again by going back through it because I got to go home. I can't be picked up. What is that? Oh, a log. Oh, geez. Foot just slipped off the pedal. What's happening is the bottom of my bike is getting soaked from all these puddles because I have fenders on the front and rear, but obviously they only cover so much. And the rest of it is getting thrown up on the bottom of the bike, which I think the control arm is actually down there. Oh, I'm catching up to these people. Oh no, it's just one person. Where'd the other guy go? Huh. Curiouser and curiouser. I keep seeing people and then they just like, out of nowhere, just like disappear. It's really interesting. Well, when you're on a bike riding in the canal, it's interesting. For people watching this, probably not. I'd love to know how these people are getting through this mud though. Like, is everyone struggling like I am? Like, there's some of these people I never would let my mom do this. Bug in the eye. Ugh. Put my bell out. Pass on the left. I'm gonna stay off the throttle because I've got 3 bars left. And what happens is once you get down to the last 2, you basically get nothing. There's 0. Oh, I think these are the people. They're just really separated. Oh. Yeah. Holy moly. Good to see nobody's down. That's muddy, man. Oh, cool. All right. I think I'm going to stop here. Get some cool pictures. All right, so I haven't gotten as far as I wanted to. I didn't even make it to Newark, to be honest. But it's 1:12, I just checked, and it's gonna take me a little while to get back, so I'm actually gonna start turning back now. I actually thought it was gonna be a lot faster. I think getting lost a couple of times, and then maybe I was being too conservative about my battery. I think that probably was the reason why I didn't make it as far as I wanted to. So next time I do this, I'll know that. I'll be able to really power through. Hopefully I have 3 batteries, so I can really power back. But I do want to get some pictures on the way back home too, and I know that's the other reason why this is taking so long. It's because of all these pictures I've been taking, stopping and doing, and I do want to get a couple of more back. So probably won't record a lot of this, bug, but I am going to start turning back now and get through all that mud, which is going to take forever anyways.